Morning, guys. Welcome to the Buggy Khana. This morning, I'm going to introduce you to a very special friend who's also known as the JDM King. So come on, follow me and let's go meet him. Hi, Joey.
How are you?
Good.
Morning.
Morning.
You up?
Yeah.
2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Surprising me with the beast.
So what do you think?
Superb.
Oh.
Superb. Absolutely superb.
Stunning.
Fantastic color. It goes well with all these pastel colors, the yellow, the light blue, the dream.
The JDM King. Finally, after meeting you, I've seen all these cars, but never been able to see them all in one place. And also to define what the JDM King is all about, the substance behind that.
Sunit, I think, has played an important role in that. Dad, few close friends back home in France also.
Yeah, because it can't be easy, collecting them, looking after them, all together in one location. I would say all, because I know there are others also.
Yeah, we're missing
most of them.
2 or 3 Japanese cars. So I'll give you a bit of a briefing on the cars which are around here. R35 GTR. This is Sachin Tendulkar's car.
Right.
It was.
Got a lot of extra features on it.
Yeah, this was the Egoist edition.
Right.
Only red one. 1 of 42. Its VIN is a 0002.
Oh, nice.
So it's the second one made and the only red one ever made.
Who was 0001?
I think the Nissan factory.
Right.
It has like the whole fingerprint readers and all that.
Right.
It has like the interior much like... I used to have a Bentley Super Sports.
Yeah.
And it has the interior much like that.
So the quilted leather.
Yeah. This is like close to 700, maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure. I'm not going to say actually, I'm sure, but...
But again, reliable, right?
Very reliable, never had a problem. This
Wow.
is the R33 GTR.
No, wow. That is stunning.
So here you have the Tome with all the original Nismo parts, Mishimoto.
All been packaged so well, well put together.
It's a beast.
What about the color? Was this the original color? How did
This is
you...
Nismo R Gold, like a famous Nismo color.
Right. It actually suits the car.
It suits it. Not many people have done this burnt orange, gold, bronze look, but
Correct.
I wanted a color that's different from my other cars. So
Yeah.
even the seats are the original date correct, period correct Nismo seats, which are very hard to get your hands on.
Right. So you imported these seats as well?
Yeah, each seat is an arm and a leg, and
I can well imagine.
she's a work in progress. This R33 has a R34 gearbox, a 6-speed gearbox.
Okay.
So
mechanically you've completed it.
mechanically complete.
On the cosmetics.
Cosmetic, the beauty side needs to be done.
Well, she's beautiful just the way she is.
I've tried to keep it very retro and very in 80s, 90s retro theme, Cool, right?
Gorgeous. Amazing.
What a sound.
I love the sound. Love that Nismo.
Original, huh? Sound the factory I got it. The exhaust also is from Tome, fully titanium and with the little blue tip at the end, so...
I'm sure she sounds amazing.
That is the R33.
This is one of my favorites.
The 1991 NSX.
Yeah.
291st car made. Yeah, one of
3 in India.
manual.
Yeah.
Ayrton Senna was a big part of
The development of
this car.
I think manual makes it that much more special.
Yeah,
even
it's
for
amazing.
today's context.
Amazing. And on this, I've done the NSXR type of kit, like the front lip,
Right.
the side skirts, the rear spoiler, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I'd seen it, I think, before you had done that.
Yeah.
Having seen it now, I mean, this is perfect. I would have done the same thing. So guys, this is my bucket list moment when, after being through all of Joey's cars, I was actually glad when he decided to take us for a drive in the NSX. I mean, this has been a very, very special car, supercar from the past. And I think we're going to be very lucky to enjoy and see this car running on the roads of Mumbai. Let's go. So Joey, I absolutely love this car. Real treat to be in it. So tell me, what's she like to drive?
So when I got this car, I had already had the R33 GTR. I had already had the Supra. So in comparison to those, it's a lot of fun to drive. The R33 has a lot more drama about it because it's modified and stuff, and it's very well balanced. It has maybe a more focused car, you can say.
Right. She also sits a lot lower, right, than the others?
This gives you a more exotic feel than the others.
Now, if you were to pick your likes and dislikes about her, how would you describe that?
Basically, the dislikes are about the restoration work that I've completed, that I've not completed yet on the car, There's always a couple of knickknacks. She's not perfect. So the idle sensor, the few small stuff, what I gotta do, the windscreen is scratched, so I gotta change the windscreen. But as far as driving pleasure is concerned, it's a lot of fun.
That's crazy.
So
Love it. So just sort of moving away from this for a minute, I'm very impressed with the collection that you've been able to put together.
when I was a kid, I always wanted the 66, the 67, the 68 Mustang. So I always had that idea of having a group.
Right.
So I think it generated from there, and once I bought a GTR, I said, this is the second type of Mustang, like the iconic piece of machinery.
The modern day Mustang.
Yeah.
So you like those powerful, beastly sort of cars, and then you got into the more modern Japanese performance cars.
Yeah, because I stopped liking the new generation cars because they had too many electronics. What's funny is that I got a car which was completely electronic, what people call the video game car, the R35 GTR. But then it had so much drama about it that I just ended up picking up all the types of GTR.
Is this something that you're going to further expand, or at some point of time you're going to look at sort of downscaling it but focusing more on the more specialized and important cars in your collection?
Not downscaling at any time.
Yep.
I hope not. I'm trying to always get stuff which my son can appreciate later on. So I'm kind of doing this for him so that he won't have to go around, because here, India's a fantastic country and the history is amazing. So how these cars have come in for me is more important than actually getting the car. It's like who had it, how it came, the story behind it, the families it passed through.
Absolutely. I think the better the story, it just adds to the value of the car going forward. I think the history is so
It
important.
might not matter to somebody else, but it matters to me. So that's why I do it.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned that you're collecting and you're even thinking on a horizon where your son could possibly inherit. You also keep an eye on the values. One is obviously the prices at which you buy them.
I do it for fun, for fun and also because maybe one day these cars will not be allowed. There's so many rules on pollution. There's so many rules on fuel. I think it's best to just pick up as many of these icons as I can, preferably a manual. It all depends. Like, it doesn't have to be Japanese. It can be something like GMC Yukon, which would never be. It was never sold in India.
What advice would you give to somebody that's now wanting to start to create a collection of their own?
Start now because these things are running out. Get the right people on the job. There's some people that are just out there to scam you and.
Yeah. So you need to have good people advising you. Number one. You need to
like
have
you.
good people that you can go to if there's a problem to fix the cars, right? So someone again who's able to diagnose them properly, because otherwise it could again be going down a black hole.
Yeah.
So as you looked up to some of these stalwarts in our car space, I'm sure there'll be others who look up to you now. So it's important for them to understand these things from you as well.
The thing is that I'm French living here, and I just love the way that the Indian community comes together, and it's just so wholesome because everybody is like the time to invite you home, come have dinner, come have lunch, and you just become part of their family, really.
This is the 1991 car with a two-tone bicolor type of look, red and black, with the cream interior and the manual gearbox. It was in Delhi,
Right.
for the past, you can say 20 years with a single guy. A close friend, he asked me, do you want it? And first I was like, no, because I'd already just purchased the Supra and said no. And then I thought about it, and the next day I said, okay, let's go. So we went to Delhi.
Right.
And went to the guy's house, landed, saw the car, and he had said, let's go. And my dad had given me a budget. It was out of that budget, so I had to make up some of my own money. Suneet then went to Delhi and took delivery of the car and stayed in a nice, cool hotel.
Right.
So that's another story.
This has cost you quite a bit then. No, but I think this is a great right decision.
Yeah.
By jumping forward and taking it, because again, one of three in India, iconic car, and looking at your collection, I mean, it just fits right in there.
It fits right in.
It would have been missing. Finally, we were able to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Finally, you can see my stuff. Otherwise, I've only seen all your cars. And
What a treat. Honestly,
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And obviously the highlight, driving in the NSX. It's a stunning collection. The word, the JDM King is a very apt AKA for you. And that's why, it's great, because it's great to share this passion with somebody else.
yeah.
And somebody who is, who enjoys it as much. I mean, if I see the cars that you've got, I'm so happy to see those cars. I'm so happy for you.
It brings a different type of joy,
Absolutely. And it's so great to, to see the cars through your eyes and to get that passion out of you. I think that's what sort of brings us together. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Joey.
Thank you. Take care.